I don't like that when I laugh, my fat jiggles the camera.
Pretty violently, too. That's pretty fucking fast. Oh my god. That's a lot.
Looks like you're in a 9.2 earthquake. I've seen steadier footage in a Category 5 hurricane from a fucking traffic camera.
All right, and welcome everyone to episode 2 of Drunken Jurors, our true crime podcast presented by the You Hate to See It people. I'm
That's
Jeff.
me.
Anyone else want to introduce themselves? Nick,
I'm Adam.
I just drink, but some people call me Nick, but I just choose to drink.
You're okay, just drink.
Thank you. I will.
All right, yeah, this is our true crime podcast where we do a wonderful game of trivia beforehand. Rules of trivia are I'm going to ask the questions, but before you answer the question, you get to bet a certain amount of drinks up to like 3 sips. And then if you get it wrong, the question goes to the next person. They can double down on your amount of drinks. And like, say you bet 3, it now is up to 6. If they get it right, you have to drink 6 instead of 3. If they get it wrong also, all 3 of us are drinking because I suck as a host. But also, these questions have nothing to do with fucking anything we're going to be talking about. They're just dumb and a good way to get drunk as fuck before we go into some dark, fucked up stuff. All right, you guys, if you guys listened to the first episode, you know who won. But Nick, you are in fact the winner of the first ever trivia games.
Thank you. I will be expecting my prize money any day now.
You have to ask our Patreon supporters for that.
I believe I signed the contract with BP and Tyson Chicken for $20 million. I shall be expecting that check any day now. They should have my social security number by now, so hopefully they'll be getting it to me.
I feel like what he's getting out of this is shitty chicken breasts doused in oil and then deep fried.
That's the best way to get it.
We're talking like BP motor oil, though.
I know. I am well aware.
Okay, as long as you know. And Adam is sadly the loser, so Adam is 0-1.
Hey, I'm 0-1. I can turn this around real fast, even though I don't know anything about anything.
Big oof. All right, what's everyone drinking before we get into these trivia questions?
So 1 second. I now have 4 Seagrams and an entire bottle of wine.
Perfect.
Nice.
I have 1 second. 2 Mike's lemonades. And like 1 beer.
That's all you have for this entire thing?
I'm pretty sure I have some wine too. It
Ooh.
depends on how blasted I decide to get on a Wednesday.
No, it is Monday at 11 a.m.
Sorry, on a Monday at 11 a.m.
Actually,
apologies.
we don't do these ones live because we can't do live every Monday. It's just rough. These aren't live.
Is that the problem?
Yeah.
You're the problem.
Because every other Monday is when we just get super drunk for no reason without recording a podcast.
At work?
Yes.
Yeah, every other Monday we have to actually go to work. Hold on 1 second.
This joke would be a lot better with video, but
And you know what?
you hate to see it.
He also had coming in 2021, right? Is that right? 2021?
Yes.
Coming in 2021 video clips.
So yeah, I'm drinking Budweiser and I have a glass of rum and Coke.
Ew.
What kind of rum?
Captain Morgan.
Nice.
God, rum's so gross.
You're fucking disgusting, you
You're
stupid
fucking
piece of
disappointing.
shit.
But for that, we'll slide past it because you get to go first here since you won. All right, question
Fantastic.
number 1. In Florida, only on Sundays, it is illegal for a single woman to do what? Is it A?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, aren't there multiple choices? I was just about to spit out an idea.
I had to burp. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is it A, go fishing, B, feed birds, C, go skydiving, or D, scuba dive?
Well, I was gonna say put ice cream in their front pocket, but that's I'm pretty sure Ohio. Um, I'm gonna say feed birds.
Oh, you didn't bet, by the way. What are you
Oh,
betting here?
I will bet 2 sips.
Cool. Adam, you are up.
Disappointing.
Nick was wrong.
Nice. Obviously doubling down on that shit. I'm going to say, can I hear the options one more time?
Go fishing, feed birds, skydiving, or scuba diving?
For some reason, I want to say scuba diving.
We're all drinking, guys.
Nice.
Was it fishing?
Skydiving.
Oh, well,
That was my second choice.
That's a very modern law.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird.
I mean, if you're doing it right, you can only skydive once. So,
Someone say that's the best way to skydive.
All right, Adam, you got a lengthy one here.
oh
right.
boy, I need to drink more so I cannot understand you.
So this is now actually going to be live on Mondays because that's what this question pertains to. Is what happened on this day in history on November 16th. Was it A, in the Peanuts comic strip, Lucy held a football for Charlie Brown, or like for the first time this is when it first ever happened.
Mhm.
B, the League of Nations met for the first time in Geneva, Switzerland. C, NBC cut away from the final minutes of a New York Jets Oakland Raiders game to begin a TV special called Heidi on schedule. The Raiders then came back to beat the Jets 43-32. Or D, Herman Melville's novel Moby Dick was first published in the U.S.
So, silly question here. Those sports game. What sporticle was that?
It's football, American football.
That's my answer.
Okay. What are you betting?
3 sips.
All right. Nick, you doubling down on this, sir?
Of course, mama no raise no bitch. What are my what's the options again?
God damn it. In the Peanuts comic strip, Lucy first held a football for Charlie Brown. The League of Nations met for the first time in Geneva, Switzerland. Or Herman Melville's novel Moby Dick was first published in the U.S.
I'm gonna say Moby Dick because wouldn't the Treaty of Versailles have had the League of Nations meet in Versailles?
By Jeff's sad face, I think we're
Yeah,
wrong
we're
again.
Fuck, it was. Damn it.
Mm-mm. No, it was the Peanuts comic strip.
That was my second guess.
Wait, what did Adam guess?
Adam
guess-
guessed the football game.
Oh,
I didn't read to you because it was the lengthiest one. He got it wrong.
I wanted to know what sport that was because I was like, what time of like, if it was baseball, that's bullshit.
So that
but-
directly skewed my take because I thought Adam had picked the Peanut comic strip and the Peanut comic strip was wrong.
Maybe you should pay attention.
I was looking at the Treaty of Versailles.
Why are you Googling
Yeah, why are you
stuff to
Googling
help you
stuff?
with these
Bad.
answers?
Well, no, I wasn't looking up
no.
the League of.
Hold on. How are we going to solve the fact that Nick's cheating?
I'm not cheating. I was just looking up the Treaty of Versailles.
You're looking up information that might help you with a question.
You
I
have
was
to
being
do
very careful.
one. The punishment is you have to do one line. No.
You know that's legal in Portland now.
I'm going, Nick. You have to do a line of pre-workout.
Oh no, fuck you.
Nick, I need
I mean,
your
I
full
have
attention.
no other way of punishing him. He doesn't have more alcohol in his house to take a shot of something. So
Nick,
I
that's
wasn't cheating.
hold on. Nick, as punishment, that Snoopy phone. I need you to stick the phone part up your butt.
what?
Do you see the Snoopy phone in the
There's
background?
a Snoopy phone right there.
Oh, Weird.
You lived there for like 5 months. How do you
You
not
act
know
like
about
that
this?
place was ever clean to actually notice where anything was.
Yo, we'll talk about Nick's garage after this.
Hey, we got it done. Kinda.
All right. Nick, it is your turn, I believe. All right. Which of these things is illegal in the Illinois side of the Quad Cities? Is it A, liquor stores are prohibited from placing beer advertisements outside of the establishments, B, having a couch outside of the residence, C, eavesdropping, or D, feeding ducks?
Well, so considering the Illinois side is the shitty side, from everything I've been told, I think having a couch outside is legal. I'm gonna say the beer advertisements.
What are you betting?
Oh, 2 drinks.
2 drinks? All right. Adam, you doubling down? Nick was
Fuck.
Yeah, it's feeding ducks.
That's
You-
very.
Are you doubling
that's
down?
Yeah.
very-
Oh, yeah? All right,
Yeah.
we're all drinking again.
Damn it.
Eavesdropping is actually a felony.
Well, excuse me, what?
Yep.
I thought feeding ducks was also illegal.
No.
So can someone explain to me the elements of eavesdropping?
Well, if you're also wondering, you thought the trick part was the fact that it's a felony. No, the trick part is that it can be your own conversation. It's some weird loop in the statute.
Excuse
It's
me?
really fucking weird. I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah, if you look it up, it's a fucking weird ass thing.
How?
All right, so still no points on the board for either of you, because if you guys were on Jeopardy, you guys would have been paying Jeopardy more money. You guys would be in the red, just paying them money out of your wallet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have
Gang,
to take
gang.
out a mortgage.
Here's the deed to my house. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks. I was looking to sell for nothing. Can I keep my family? No. Okay.
If you want to play Final Jeopardy, you will actually have to put something on the line because we can't let you play with the negative amount of money you have.
I would like to wager my 3 small children.
All right, Adam, your
Yeah.
question. Our victim from today's story is originally from what state? Montana, Texas, Idaho, or Maine? What are you betting?
Well, I'm gonna bet 3.
Okay.
Idaho.
All right, Nick, you doubling down? You guys are fucking awful.
I don't know if I want to double
I mean,
down
that
on-
was just a blind guess.
Yeah, honestly, he said Idaho. Which honestly isn't a bad guess.
I have no context for this question, so
That's the whole
within
point.
blind.
Sure, why not? Let's do it. You know, I don't need a liver. Fuck it, we'll say Maine.
Oh, it was Texas.
Fuck.
I made them all like these stupid small ass states and then one normal size state. And I was like, that has to be enough. These small populous fucking states and then Texas. God damn it. Nick. What was the first toy to be advertised on television? Was it the Cabbage Patch Dolls, a Mr. Potato Head, Barbie, or Tonka trucks? The fuck's so funny?
I will be wagering 1 shot of 70% isopropyl alcohol right here.
God.
Isn't that rubbing alcohol?
Yeah, this is a weird bet, but alright, I'll let it slide. Actually, that's your punishment also, so you might have to change it.
What is Mr. Potato Head?
Holy shit.
Did I get it?
Yeah.
Yes!
Mr.
Nice.
Particulate.
Yes, Adam, you get to drink isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Holy shit, that was the only thing that made sense.
Huh.
Wait, Mr.
How?
Potato. Wait, hold on.
How is
Mr.
that the only one that made
Hold on.
sense?
Yeah, they all made sense. So
Mr. Potato Head. When did Mr. Potato Head? Was Mr. Potato Head a thing before Toy Story?
yes,
Oh, I didn't know that.
All the toys in Toy Story were like a thing besides like Buzz
Buzz.
Lightyear.
Yeah, besides Buzz, Woody, and like Bo.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know Mr. Potato Head was a thing.
All right, Adam, you can tie.
Wow, how
it
did
up
I get
here.
that right?
Dumb luck.
How many people were convicted in the case that we are talking about today? Is it 6, 1, 5, or 3?
5. 3 sips.
3 sips and you're guessing 5.
Yeah.
All right. Nick, are you doubling down?
Sure, what's the question? It's getting warm in my house.
Don't worry, Jeff. You can edit all of that stupid shit out. So
How many people were convicted in today's episode?
Okay.
6, 1, 5, or 3?
I'm gonna say 1.
We're all drinking.
Still win. It's fine.
Mm-mm. Here's another question.
Mm.
This one was supposed to be the tiebreaker, but we'll see how this goes. So, Nick,
Yes.
Superman's red cape isn't only a stylish and memorable accessory, it's a part of his history. Who originally made his cape?
Like in the comics, or like,
Yeah.
or the artist who drew it.
No, the comics.
Okay. Okay. Oh, do I just have to? Is it? Do I just give it? Oh,
You guys are comic nerd heads. Why the fuck would I give you options?
because none of us know Superman.
because Superman's trash.
It's not trash. It's just he's great as a side character. His mother.
Can you give me her name?
I'm going to say his cape was from his mother on the Krypton side, the
Yeah,
L
you're already
family.
wrong. Nick, you won. Congrats.
Okay.
You were right. It was his mother, but it's Martha Kent.
Oh,
Oh, I thought his cape was the something
yeah.
that he came with
that
from
might just
Krypton.
be Supergirl bullshit.
I don't fucking know. I just looked up comic book trivia questions, and this was like one of the top
Oh.
ones.
Oh.
I was like, perfect. This will be great
Cool.
for you two fucks.
Yeah, but I don't read
Apparently it wasn't
Superman.
good. Yeah, apparently
I
it
don't
wasn't
read
good.
Superman.
We're big comic book nerds, but the one question you choose isn't fucking good enough.
Well, again, Superman sucks as a main character. Like Action Comics hasn't
Well,
been
you
good
suck as a
since,
main
like,
and an NPC, but here we fucking are.
He's not wrong.
All right, Nick. Well, you are 2-0.
Fucking stupid bitch.
The first time Nick's ever been winning at stuff.
that's so true.
Well, besides the time we went axe throwing, but
That is true. I'm good at
you
that.
won a couple of those.
Apparently, I'm good at one thing and one thing only in life: axe throwing.
You're not even that good at it anymore. Once me and Adam started to pick up how to do it,
Yeah.
we just
So
weren't
good at
good
it.
right off the bat.
You just figured out how to do it faster than we did.
Some would say I was a natural, but
No.
it's fine.
As I was talking about at the end of the last episode of Drunken Jurors, this murder actually happened in one of the Quad Cities, which is where I'm from, like not too far from where I live. And this thing was fucking insane. I was like, I think 9 at the time, and I remember like a lot of like the news coverage of this. It ended up becoming like national news and stuff. But it is the murder of Adrienne Reynolds. And yeah, I mean, we'll get into it so you can kind of pick up on it. She was, I don't know if anywhere in here if I actually put the age she was when she died. I believe she was 18, somewhere in there. Getting facts right on true crime isn't a big important part of the whole
Nope, not
category. So
No clue.
Some would say it's like the least important thing in the entire category.
Adrienne Reynolds was originally from Kilgore, Texas, but at the age of 16, she moved to East Moline, Illinois, where she ended up living with her biological father and her stepmother, Tony and Joanne Reynolds. She began attending Blackhawk College Outreach Center in November 2004 to earn her GED so she could live her dream of, what do you think it is? What do you think her dream is?
Stripper.
I think, well, she's a young lady in Iowa, so probably
Illinois,
an RN,
yeah.
or in Illinois, so probably an RN.
No, to be a Marine. She wants to eat crayons.
No, well, good for her.
Right?
Some
Yeah,
of them
some
are
of them are.
tasty.
It's purple. It's just artificial grape and it's gross. While she was at the Outreach Center, she met fellow students Sarah Kolb and Corey Gregory. So here comes some really fun info that you guys will probably have a heyday with here in a second. Sarah Kolb was reportedly a popular girl at the Outreach Center and was a self-identified juggalette.
Hold up, is that so?
Female juggalo, yes.
So a prostitute.
No, a female juggalo. Do you know ICP?
Wait, oh, juggalo, not gigolo.
Yeah. Yeah, very close. Very similar.
Is this someone who juggles?
No. Do you not know?
I don't know what a juggalo is.
You guys
I
don't
don't
know
know
what
what
a
a
insane
juggalo
clown
is.
posse is?
No.
She's related to
Oh
Grace.
god. Oh fuck. God, this was gonna be way more fun if you guys had any
No,
pop
I-
culture fucking knowledge besides
I
reading comic books in your little fucking caves,
yeah.
but not knowing who made fucking.
Excuse me. It's a bat cave, so I'm gonna need you to cool the fuck down.
It's true.
Ah, yes. So ICP is this. Some people love it, and they call themselves juggalos, or apparently the female version is a juggalette.
have to effort this.
ICP are this like, I think it's 2 guys, 3 guys, I don't fucking know, but they're like rappers. They like paint their face like for every concert. Do you know Fago, that pop? It's like they like spray that shit all over the crowds, throw bottles everywhere. They're fucking horrible. Like no talent whatsoever.
Can I just say after
I want you to know, if any person who's an ICP fan listens to this, we're about to get some fucking hate comments that you've never even seen possible. So yeah, Sarah Kolb is a self-identified juggalette. She lived with her mother and stepfather in Milan, Illinois. When Adrienne started in school, she befriended Sarah's friend Corey Gregory and boyfriend Sean McKittrick.
So, I am going to point out that this poor soul, Corey Gregory, has a stupid ass.
Do you think it would be
name.
better if it was Gregory Corey, like Greg Corey? I feel like Greg Corey wouldn't be a bad name.
No,
No, that sounds awful, yeah.
That's worse.
Oh.
But Gregory Corey makes me physically ill, and
But no, his name's Corey Gregory. What's his name, Jeff?
Corey Gregory, yeah.
Corey, yeah, it's
Corey
Corey Gregory. Yeah,
Gregory.
his name's Corey Gregory.
Corey Gregory makes they're both awful. They're
I
both
feel-
equally awful. There's no good way to do this. First of all, whose last name is Gregory besides a tramp hooker?
Bold
Yeah,
assessment.
bold.
Did you say so? Corey Gregory and boyfriend, gay, or is Corey a female?
So
Ooh.
we're gonna.
Or is this
No,
a
Corey's-
transgender?
Corey
situation.
is a guy.
Okay.
Okay.
So the thing that I'm confused about so it has to be his boyfriend, because the next thing about Sarah Kolb is she's like an identified lesbian. So
So what year was this?
2005, 4 and 5.
Okay, so not great times for these two people, but
No.
but it's been worse.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure early 2000s rural Midwest is about as bad as you can get.
Fuck you.
Yeah, now you're just making fun of Jeff. You stupid bitch.
As
Long
Adam
titty,
is
no
in a
nipple having
place
ass
that
ass.
is
I am in
has
that
a
area
dumb
right
name,
now.
yeah, and it has the world's dumbest name. Sarah threatened to kill Adrian on numerous occasions, but she was not taken seriously. We'll get to that in a bit, though.
Well,
I mean, it's fine. I threatened to kill Nick hourly,
yeah.
and the day Nick takes me seriously is the day that Nick's dead. So
So,
that was a threat for all you FBI agents listening in.
Oh, thanks. We have a lot of
Corey-
FBI agents listening.
Just kidding. I'm gonna shave that mustache off before I kill you.
You wouldn't.
And your shoulder hair.
Corey Gregory was also a juggalo and originally attended Moline High School, but then transferred to the Outreach Center where he met Sarah. He lived with his mother during, at the time that this whole murder ends up happening. In January 2005, it's reported that she asked out Corey, which apparently really pissed off Sarah. Don't know why, probably just because they're close friends.
I mean, they're young, they're confused, they're experimenting. I get it.
Sarah and Corey met in East Moline back in 2003. They were enrolled in a GED program at the Outreach Center together.
Wait, hold up. They didn't. They dropped out of high school.
All three of them, yes.
That is very, very rural Midwest of them.
It's a
Now
pretty
you're
common
just
thing
making
where
fun
I'm
of
from,
Jeff.
actually. But oh, I'm sorry, we didn't have $40 billion to send our kids to private school.
Yeah. You
Oh, like
stupid
half,
bitch.
fucking a third of my graduating class didn't graduate.
I didn't go to private school because I was too poor.
I didn't.
I got that public education, motherfucker.
I didn't go
Also,
to it.
fuck you. My sister has a GED.
Look, I'm fishing for jokes. Some of them are missing. Some of them are just blowing up in my hand.
By
No, fuck you.
some of them, they're all missing and they're all blowing up.
No, fuck you. This is the last episode of this. I'm beating your ass after this one.
You still are gonna get punched, so I'm excited for that.
Adam, I need you to shut the fuck up.
No, that's the first thing I'm reminding Jeff of when we see each other again.
Sarah and Corey struck up conversation while they were, just doing the old smoking a joint in the mall parking lot.
The old twist and tickle.
Nope, just smoking joints in parking lots. The typical thing to do.
The best part about it.
According to Nick, it's the only thing that you can do when you're getting your GED in rural Midwest.
I didn't say it. I dropped the gag.
After this, the pair grew pretty much inseparable.
Yeah, they're juggalos.
It was also pretty known to everyone that Corey had extreme romantic feelings for Sarah. So apparently Corey's bi. But yeah, those feelings were not returned because Sarah is a lesbian, has been very, very clear to him about her sexuality. But that didn't change that Corey adored Sarah and just did everything she told him to.
I mean that checks out for rural Midwest.
Yep, you fucking got us.
I've dropped the joke.
We're just the world's biggest simps. Rural Midwest, simp city.
I had to have a 15-year-old explain the definition of simp to me about a month and a half ago because I didn't know what the fuck that meant.
To be fair, Jeff, we all know one.
You?
I love how you're focused. Sarah eventually began hanging out with a group of local juggalos. Then Corey also joined in, and then Sarah climbed the group's social hierarchy and was known as the alpha female. So Adrienne ended up enrolling in the same GED program as Corey and Sarah at the same outreach center. It didn't take long for Adrienne to catch Sarah's attention, with her Yeah, Adam gets it with his tongue motion. Reportedly, the first time she saw her, Sarah said, "Look at her, she's hot." What a fucking quote.
I hope that's.
Who amongst us can cast the first stone?
That's on her tombstone.
Whose?
All of them.
Okay.
Look at me, I'm hot, and look at her, she's hot. Those are the two quotes.
And they're like both. One of them's pointing down, the other one's pointing at the other one.
Yeah. It's
Perfect.
like I'm with stupid kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, except one of them's pointing at themselves.
We know that would be the Knicks in the stupid scenario.
Adrienne returned the feelings, and the two teens struck up a flirtatious relationship. Weeks after, Adrienne and Sarah wrote several love notes to each other before they decided to finally meet up outside of school. They attended a party together, and most people there thought that they were going to take their relationship to the next level. Didn't end up happening, though, because Adrienne ended up leaving the party for a few hours, came back, and then told Sarah that she had slept with multiple dudes during that time that she was gone. Yeah, while she was gone.
Well then.
How long was she gone for?
Several hours.
So, about the length that I was missing during the...
Hey, Adam, how did your butthole feel after when you were found?
Tight.
Gone. Non-existent.
Oh God, that's sad.
From there, Sarah decided she was no longer interested in a relationship with Adrienne. But that didn't change that Adrienne wanted a relationship still, and she did not give up on this fact.
There's a lot of very rapey people in this this story.
Where'd the rape come from? No one's been raped.
Yet.
No one gets raped.
I don't know this. I'm making snap judgment calls here.
Yeah. That you know of, Jeff.
The only things I know for sure is what happens in rural Midwest.
Over the next 2 months, Adrienne continued her pursuit of Sarah and asked her multiple times for a second chance, which Sarah ended up rejecting all of the requests and began to tell people that she was just going to kick Adrienne's ass. Didn't change how Adrienne wanted to repair the relationship, though, and did not take the threats seriously. At this time, Adrienne also was striking up a friendship with Corey and began to write notes to him as well. Because back in 2004, in the rural Midwest, you couldn't talk to people face-to-face. You had to write because it was part of your GED homework to get past English.
Nice.
To write notes
that
to each other.
That and the iPhone hadn't been invented yet. So how else were you supposed to... What, were you supposed to write out essays on the Motorola Razr?
BlackBerry.
You had to press S 12 times to get to the letter that you... Or S. You had to click... In rural Midwest...
The S button you have to click 12 times to get to the S, apparently.
In rural Midwest, they didn't have numbered phones. They had full keyboards, and then you had to click S to get to every number.
What?
I don't know.
Moving on.
I think I need to chug the drink that I got right now.
Great.
Oh, well.
At some point, Sarah ended up finding one of the notes that were written between the two of them, and it infuriated Sarah, and she began to fear that Adrienne was going to steal all of her friends. You know, the typical teenage thing where all my friends will be taken.
That sounds like a lot of high school bullshit. But wait, aren't these people like in their 20s?
Oh, wait, yeah.
No, they're getting their GED. They're like 18.
I mean, they're still a little old for some of this high school.
Actually,
bullshit,
no,
but...
I think they're 16 and 17 because we'll get to that in the trial phase. Because they all get tried as well. That's a huge part of the trial of if they should get tried as juveniles or not.
Mm.
So on January 21st, 2005, Sarah finally spoke to Adrienne and asked her if she wanted to go with her and Corey to Taco Bell for lunch. Adrienne was very excited about potentially repairing their friendship, so she agreed. On their way there, Sarah confronted her about the note she had wrote to Corey, and an intense argument ensued. Once they got to the parking lot, Sarah and Adrienne got into a physical fight, which then ended up involving Corey. And when Corey intervened, all he did was help Sarah, and he actually held down Adrienne while Sarah ultimately strangled Adrienne to death in the parking lot.
What time was this in the parking lot?
It's lunch, Nick.
Were they in a vehicle or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slightly better,
It's
I
a rural
guess.
Midwest, Nick. All that's there to see is the corn and the beans.
They didn't have security cameras back then.
The
They did.
birds
They were
wanted
on
surveillance.
VHS, but
God fucking damn it. After they found out that they had killed her, they took Adrienne's body to Sarah's grandparents' farm in Aledo, which, by the way, as someone who's from the area, that's about a 45-minute drive.
Nice.
Yeah. Like 30 to 45, depending on how fast you drive and stuff. But yeah,
well,
it's a lengthy drive to have a dead body in your vehicle. But Aledo is like very rural. Also, you guys keep saying rural Midwest. The Quad Cities is like a combined population of like over 300,000 people.
Yeah.
So not very rural.
But there's
I mean,
more
I just
corn
keep
than
saying
people.
rural Midwest to make fun of Nick.
Well, so here's the thing: when the corn outpopulates the people, it's rural.
Nick.
The corn outpopulates people anyway.
Yeah, the corn in the entire United States, I'm pretty sure, outpopulates the United
And the
States.
United States is a
population.
very rural country. Okay.
God, fuck.
Do they have corn in Canada? No. Okay, it's not rural.
It's cold. Because it can't fucking grow, Nick.
Therefore, Canada is a very urban area.
Especially the north.
So after they found out that they had killed her, Sarah and Corey then took Adrienne's body to Sarah's grandparents' farm in Aledo. That's where they tried to burn it with gasoline. Yeah, this failed. After.
Yeah, guess.
But the fine thing is that they tried it for several hours.
So who's gonna tell them that gasoline doesn't burn hot enough
You don't know
and
that.
burns far too quickly in order to get hot enough?
You do not know that.
Well, after they failed so many times after several fucking hours, they recruited Nathan Gaudet. I got it. Gaudet.
Good day.
Who is a
Good day?
Good day, mate.
He was a 16-year-old from Moline, and he came over to dismember the body.
Oh,
As you do.
He used his grandfather's handsaw
Mhm.
to remove Adrienne's head and arms, place them into a garbage bag.
This all makes sense.
And then the three teenagers took the time out of their day to eat lunch at McDonald's and then disposed of the garbage bag back at Black Hawk State Park, which is back in town where like they originally started, where they killed her.
so they kept the body, went and established an alibi, but they had the body on them, so it wasn't an alibi.
Yeet.
Then dumped the body after establishing an alibi that is now useless because they still had the body.
Hi, how are you?
Huh.
Want to know what really helps? You just feed it to a tiger, and then you never have to deal with it again.
The natural tiger populace of Black Hawk State Park in rural Illinois.
Yeah, tigers are huge. You guys don't hear about it, but tiger attacks are
Hold on,
huge.
tiger fucking is huge out there? Holy
No,
cow.
that's in Oklahoma. No,
Where the
tiger
winds come
attacks are-
sweeping across the plains. Yep.
Adrienne's parents reported her missing after she failed to show up at work at Checkers. Authorities then discovered.
Hold on. Checkers is pretty fucking delicious.
I've never had Checkers. I've heard their
I like
fries are
Check-
amazing.
They are the best fast food fries. I will
There's-
hands down fight people for that.
Are they?
Jeff, there's one by me.
There's
I know.
several.
There's one like 3 houses away from me.
So
Sorry, there's a person who works there 3 houses down from me. There's one like 2 blocks from me though.
So I've heard that they have the slightly breaded French fries.
Yeah.
Okay, so they do have the best French fries.
The seasoning on them is so good. You can get them like pre-packaged, frozen. And stuff. We
So
throw them in the
I-
air
so-
fryer. They're so good.
By the next time we record this,
Hold on,
I'll have
before we go farther. This is Drunken Jurors food reviews. Continue.
by the next time we record Drunken Jurors, I will have forced myself to go out of my way to get Checkers.
So good.
And we will figure out how good
It is
Checkers
like-
is.
Checkers is like the epitome of like what you want as a drunk person. Authorities discovered Adrian's remains a few days later on the January 26th of 2005. So on February 1st, 2005, Sarah and Corey were both arrested and charged as adults with 2 counts of first-degree murder and concealment of homicide. Then Nathan was also arrested and he was charged as a juvenile with concealment of homicide. Now
Is that an actual charge?
concealment of homicide?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is now.
Interesting.
So yeah, they were both charged with 2 counts of first degree, or with both of them, it's 2 counts of first degree murder. They both pled not guilty to this.
As one would do in being accused of
Rural
murder.
Midwest. Yep.
Yeah, that's what causes us to. That's what causes you to plead not guilty.
Yeah. Exactly. You get it.
He understands because he's from the rural Midwest.
You get it.
Sarah was the first of the 3 to go to trial, and her trial began on October 31st, 2005. God damn it, guys! This could have been a Halloween episode.
Halloween?
Halloween.
Halloween? Halloween?
Halloween. Halloween.
Of course.
So yeah, it began on October 31st, 2005 at the Rock Island County Courthouse. After 2 weeks of trial and 15 hours of deliberation, the trial jury was unable to reach a unanimous verdict on any of the 3 charges. 1 juror opted for acquittal, while the 11 were in favor of conviction.
Ah, was that one juror a family member?
I don't think those people make it onto the jury.
You never know in rural Midwest.
There's only so many people. That
Yeah,
can
there's only so
look
many
at.
people.
Out of the 15 people in the town, there-
Population of the Quad Cities. Oh, would you look at that? 400,000 people.
that sounds like pussy shit.
Population of Downers Grove. Huh, 50,000. Huh, someone's a weak ass bitch.
Yeah, fuck you, Nick. Population of Warrenville's like 3,000. Don't look that.
Sarah's retrial was on February 6th, 2006 in Dixon, Illinois, where she ended up getting convicted on all counts. At the sentencing,
You want to know what happens in Dixon? That's where they get that dick, son.
Nick, I'm going to let you handle this one.
It's gonna be a nah from me, Doug.
At sentencing, a few months later, Sarah received a total of 53 years in prison for murder and concealment. By the way, at this time, she is the age of 16 or 17. At the time she's sentenced or convicted. Yeah.
Nick,
So,
don't ever fucking say
juvenile-
that about a minor.
Juvenile. Oof. Big oofs. So Juvenile just got received a 53-year sentence in prison for murder and concealment. 48 years were for the murder and 5 years for the concealment. She is currently serving her sentence in Dwight Correctional Center, which actually I need to send you guys some pictures. This bitch is crazy looking. Hold on.
Nick, you're gonna have to tweet this out when this episode comes out. Everyone go to our Twitter for
You
some
remind me.
photos. Oh, how about you just do your
We should
fucking
post it
job
on.
and do
We
it
should post it on
yourself.
Facebook too.
Yeah, this is gonna be on all social media for us. So, Nick,
Yeah, that shit's
Nick, you're our
rough.
social media manager, so get on that.
Yeet.
In the meantime, Corey Gregory pled guilty to all charges against him. On July 10th, 2006, he was sentenced to 45 years in prison, 40 for the murder and 5 for concealment. He is currently serving his sentence at the Menard Correctional Center.
Hold on, Menards owns a prison?
No, just
Not
Menard.
only can you get your lumber, you can get your prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
While we're at, Menards is a fucking... that's one of the greatest stores in the world.
It's pretty amazing.
It's got everything.
That scent when you walk in.
Hey, do you need
Unbeatable.
some lumber? Do you need some gardening supplies? Do you need a mattress? Do you want some paint? How about some pizza? How about
Yeah,
some
right.
ribs? How about some alcohol? You know, let's get a 50 pounds bag of peanuts.
Wait, they have
while we're at
alcohol?
it. Menards
Yeah.
has everything.
Yeah, they surprisingly have almost everything you need there, bud. Enough about Menards. Sponsor us, Menards, but enough about Menards.
Dude, imagine.
Yo, if we could get a Menards sponsorship, I'd be very happy.
Nathan Goddett was also charged with concealment for helping to dismember Adrian. He pleaded guilty and was given a juvenile sentence of only 5 years. He was released from juvenile detention on November 11th, 2008, after serving almost 4 years. But on April 16th, 2012, he died in a car accident in Indiana.
Sounds sus. Pretty sus.
Of death? Like, I don't... What are you sus of here?
Someone
just
killed
dead.
him. Someone killed him.
Probably.
I mean, it's kind of how automobile accidents go, but
Yeah.
sure.
Are you telling me it wasn't premeditated?
So Sarah Kolb showed no reactions during her sentencing.
I'm pretty sure she had no soul.
Her
Yeah.
lawyer requested a minimum sentence of 20 years, which was ultimately turned down, obviously. And she will be a pretty old woman by the time she gets out. She'll be in her 60s by the time she's out.
If she makes it that long.
So, I gotta go back to the pictures. So, the pre-trial looks like, yeah, the picture above that with the short hair.
That's her currently, I believe, or more recently.
She does, okay, so her eyes, crazy eyes. But other than that, she doesn't look fucking like a murderer. I don't know. I don't know. Never mind. Ignore this. Ignore this. I gotta stop looking at this picture.
No, Detective Nick, give us your fucking... Give us what you got. Give us the facts.
What's with the reverse halo devil bangs?
Guilty.
Is that what that is? Okay.
I honestly don't know. I remember seeing them in the paper. I remember my parents talking about it with my sister, and they were all just like, what the fuck?
This looks like something out of a Viking pagan ritual or like blood sacrifice.
So, for everyone, hopefully you all go and actually look at what we post on social media, but to describe it, her pictures of post-trial, everything
It's
but
like the
her
St. Louis
bangs-
arch going down her face.
Yeah, everything but her bangs is shaved.
It's,
So she has really long bangs all the
it's
way
not
down to her
even-
jawline.
It's not even like just her bangs are there. It's like she has a Gomez Adams mustache that's just grown out way too long. Like she has
On her forehead.
yeah.
It's ridiculous, yeah. It's not okay.
God, stop looking.
It looks like handlebar mustache on her face.
Her defense attorney, David Hoffman, stated that clearly the sentence is based on seeing her as a lifelong murderer who will end up killing again, but I don't see it that way. Sarah Kolb ended up reading a letter to the courtroom, but she, without admitting to the murder, it says she wishes she had done more to prevent Reynolds' death. She read, "I felt no feelings as she died. There's no excuse why I couldn't turn off my not feeling to feel."
That's strange.
Okay. And she didn't admit to being a murderer at that point.
At no point has she admitted.
So we got a couple things to break down there. So you got Miss I wish I could have turned off the feeling to not feel. Right there, you got classic psychopathy. Yeah, this is some classic psychopathy. She manipulated fucking the Corey dude, Corey Gregory or Greg Corey, whatever the fuck his name is.
Through many years of trials and tribulations, nonetheless.
Yeah, that's classic Machiavellianism. This is a classic dark triad. I guarantee you she suffers from, or she has a definite case of neuroticism. So
Wouldn't
this
you
is
like to know, boy?
this is definitely some dark triad bullshit that, she just didn't have the IQ to fulfill. Because, she had a GED from rural Midwest.
Yeah, that's it. It's the Midwest thing again. You fucking piece of
You
shit.
stupid fucking Mexican.
Excuse me, it's Mexican.
You Mexican.
Mexican. Yep, there it is.
Sarah's friends and family spoke on her behalf, and they said that they didn't see her as a cold-blooded killer. One of them said Sarah encouraged him to go back to school. Another one said Sarah shaved her head like she did after her conviction to show support when the girl's mother was battling cancer. The acts of compassion, the state's attorney says Sarah didn't show the day Adrian Reynolds was murdered. Obviously, as she murdered someone.
Psychopathy.
Thank you.
Welcome.
To kill somebody, this is a quote, to kill somebody because you don't like them, to kill somebody because you had an argument with them is senseless and absolutely senseless, said Jeff Torrenzes? Torranes?
That's not a real name.
I also here have, I don't know if I want to read it all, to be honest.
I think you do.
Probably.
No, don't read it. I'll paraphrase it.
We have a letter that was read to the court by Adrian's mother. It was a victim's impact statement.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You should probably
Do you want me
definitely.
to read?
You should probably read that
Whatever
just
you're gonna
for
say is
legal
gonna piss off
purposes.
at least 50% of people.
Following is the victim's impact statement written by Joanne Reynolds, Adrian Reynolds' stepmother. The letter was read in court during the sentencing hearing for Sarah Kolb, who was convicted of Reynolds' murder. Your Honor, this is the hardest letter I have ever had to write. Starting from the beginning, when we realized Adrienne was missing, Tony and I were frantic. We started making phone calls to everyone we could think of. When I finally got a hold of Sarah, she was as cool as ice. Sarah told the story how she left Adrienne at McDonald's after an argument. Sarah was very sincere. After 5 days of hell, we learned Adrienne was dead. That's the worst news a parent can receive. We had to hear from the media that Adrienne's body had been dismembered. I cannot begin to tell you the visions I have in my head. I had to get counseling and go to the doctors for sleeping pills, which I still take today. I still have problems going out in public to have fun because I feel it's not right to have fun after Adrienne's been murdered. Your Honor, let me tell you about Adrienne. Adrienne was a normal 16-year-old girl who liked boys. Adrienne came from Texas to start her life over. Like most families, we had problems, but together we were going through counseling. Adrienne got through to my heart, and I never got the chance to tell her I loved her. I miss her, Your Honor. Adrienne had dreams. She wanted to be an American Idol. She loved to sing. Adrienne wanted to be a designer that did detail paintings on cars. We were planning a graduation party for Adrienne. She was working very hard to get her GED. Adrienne had dreams of becoming a Marine. Your Honor, since January 21st, 2005, I have not been able to stop thinking what horror Adrienne had to go through. I think about Adrienne crying in the car. I think about her being strangled. I think Adrienne's burned up body. I think about her head and arms being in that manhole. Your Honor, what kind of person can do this? Your Honor, Sarah asked for a fair trial and she got it. What about Adrienne? Sarah didn't give Adrienne a fair trial. She tried and convicted her and gave Adrienne the death penalty. Adrienne just wanted to be Sarah's friend. Because Sarah cannot receive the death penalty because she has laws to protect her, I ask you give her the max. Because she is evil enough to have someone cut up Adrienne's body, I ask you give her the max sentence. Because Sarah showed no remorse, I ask you to give her the max. Because Adrienne is never coming home, I ask you that you give her the max. Adrienne just wasn't anybody. She was Adrienne Leigh Reynolds, and I wanted her to come home. Your Honor, this could have been anybody's daughter. Please give her the max. Your Honor, please do not take into consideration that Corey Gregory only got 40 years. Sarah Kolb was the leader of the pack. Sarah Kolb was the one who ordered Adrienne's death. Your Honor, Sarah Kolb is a cold-blooded killer. She knows no emotion. She is not sorry that she killed Adrienne. She's sorry she got caught. In her phone calls to the police, she was cool as ice. Sarah Kolb was in control of the whole situation. Your Honor, 60 years is nothing compared to what Adrienne Reynolds got. I just want her to come home. Please give Sarah the max. Thank you, Your Honor.
So after reading the victim impact statement, I personally, on a legal level, think victim impact statements, granted I understand they're used for sentencing and not actually used for like trying to determine guilt, probably shouldn't be a thing because it.
Yeah, but
I'm at the very least very
judge-
if on it.
I'm okay with it because the judge is the one that comes up with the sentence.
Yeah.
It's not like they're saying it to a jury of your peers to try to get them to feel sorry, or that sounds bad, but like, you know what I mean, like to make it even worse for them, like during sentencing. This is during sentencing, which is literally just the judge's decision.
And it's not it's just one of those things that impact statements are one of those hit or miss things where it's almost like a waste of, I don't want to say waste of time. It's just one of those things. I shouldn't piss people off by having an opinion on it at all.
I don't know. I think like it gets you to say something to the person who committed.
Yeah, if anything, it's cathartic.
I think it's more of like it gets something off of their chest more than anything.
Yeah, I guess it's a good closure for the victims' families.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. Like I said, like judges are literally lawyers who passed bar exams, have gone super far into like their career, become judges. Like I mean, yes, there are obviously corrupt ones, but I mean, like they're not gonna fucking.
No, how much is
what you say probably isn't gonna change much about what their sentencing idea is gonna be.
Yeah, and then like you said, we're gonna go further into the trial at some point. But
no, this is actually the end of it.
Oh, really? This is it?
Yeah, this is the end of the trials. I mean, like, there's not much on Corey's trial because he just pled guilty and he just accepted his sentence.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but yeah, Corey literally just pled guilty to all charges, and Nathan was a juvenile who got 5 years. So she's the only one that really got a sentencing. There is a thing that actually came out back in February of this year, though, where hold on, let me find it here really quick. She is pursuing a new sentencing hearing because there is a Supreme Court case that went through that says giving like an almost maximum sentence to a juvenile is not okay.
But she was sentenced as a juvenile? Yeah,
she was 17 at the time of the killing. But Corey actually got a different sentencing because of this. The last I read, she didn't get another sentencing though. They denied hers. Like they did a motion to dismiss it, they dismissed it, and he got his I don't know. They say that he's getting another sentencing hearing, but from what I saw, she's not. This also happened right before COVID, and then I haven't seen anything because I read this and this was dated in like the very end of February, very beginning of March of 2020, and I just haven't. I was trying to look it up super hardcore, but I couldn't find anything on the update of if she was going to get another sentencing hearing or if they just blew it off. But from what I read, he is getting one because he was also sentenced as a juvenile.
Nice.
No, they still killed people. A person.
Good for him.
But yeah, that is the end of the story of the national killing in the Quad Cities that I remember when I was growing up when I was 9. Remember seeing on the news and stuff. My parents didn't shelter me from that shit. They didn't give a fuck. That turned out well.
I like to think it did.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you guys got anything to say on it before we get ourselves out of here?
Corey Gregory, still stupid fucking
I still
name.
think Greg Corey would have been better.
I still think that is somehow worse.
I agree. That does sound worse.
But the stupidest name of all is Nick. Jeff, take it away.
All right.
Cut out.
No.
Well, my last name, please.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. You can find us on Twitter at YOUH82CIT. You can find us on any social media platform at You Hate to See It. Check out our Podbean. Please subscribe to our Patreon if you want to get some extra juicy content that no one else gets from just listening for freezies. If you want to give us a little bit of money, you can get some extra stuff. Or if you want to give us lots of money, you get some great stuff. You might even get to see Nick shirtless here like he is this entire episode.
That is what we all want.
How did they become a patron?
How do you become a patron? Well, while you're on our Podbean, there's a beautiful button in the top right corner that says Become a Patron. And you click on that, you can choose the tier or level amount of money that you want to give us, and it will tell you what things you can get from paying that amount, like what little bonuses you get. Maybe at $100 you get an OnlyFans of only our feet pics and stuff. But
that is the best.
I said maybe. I never said it was a 100% thing, but maybe.
But,
unless,
just kidding.
It was $100 a month.
Unless.
But yeah, I mean, that note,
you think my shoulders are hairy? Oh, never mind. Let's stop that. Nope.
Coming from what I hear from 2021 is you can get video clips of all of our little recordings and bullshit sessions that we do here.
Yes, because I will somehow miraculously find motivation in 2020 and 2021 that I didn't have in 2020.
Well, that's fine. That's mine and Adam's New Year's resolution for you.
Oh, okay.
It's for you to get motivation to do the shit we tell you to do.
Got it.
But on that note, Nick, tell them.
Professionals have standards, but we as sure as fuck don't. That was slurred.
You stupid bitch.
No one asked you any
We're
opinion.
better than all of you.
No one
Thanks,
asked any opinion of yours.
You're welcome.
And never fucking forget it.